So, Shinso passes, right? He gets the pass team, they're like, we're gonna go paperwork, baby! Paperwork time! So they had in the beginning, they were kind of like, the beginning was like, he's gonna pass, right? Next season or something, coming back another day. And they're like, A or B, baby! But I just think that, when I saw this scene, I was like, come on, he's gonna join immediately, right? They're gonna join probably episode 14, I guess, so the next arc starts, right? Because why else would Sensei be like, paperwork time? I need to do some paperwork. Like, it wouldn't make any sense, right, for him to be kicked out if he lost. So, of course, he's gonna be like, getting into the class, right? Because if he lost, he would do paperwork, and if he won, or he didn't win, but whatever, right? He would, get paperwork done. But it really felt like Principal was like, I'm gonna do it right now, it's gonna be quick immediately, so I get into there, it's like next episode, boys, like, yeah. So I think he's just gonna join immediately, basically, right? Whereas this doesn't make any sense, really. As I said last time, in my last review, I do feel it mostly was that, I said spoiler, but narrative spoiler, narrative, right? To me, it did remind me a lot of Shikamaru, right? I said last time, I think it feels again here, that they're all like, well, Shinso was like, I gotta help this Deku guy, even if he's my enemy, because we were still friends, but he's my enemy in this tournament, right? And so when that to me is like heroic, right? And I got strategic guy and a nice person and so on, right? And that's why they're like, let's make him rank up. Same with Shikamaru when he fights Temari and gives up, right? They're like, that guy's a good leader. He's a pragmatic person that wants to win and blah, 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 but also wants to, So I think that was a good moment for them to be like, yeah, Shinso, that this boy's a hero. Let's pick him up, man. He's a good leader. Yeah, let's take him into the team, right? So, but given the scene here, like, I want the paperwork, I'm gonna do it now and so on, right? I feel that he's gonna join immediately. I feel that Shinso's gonna join. In the preview, it's a Christmas episode, he might even be in that one, but after that, new arc, I think he's gonna be in the immediate, episode 14. And again, I say it every time, right? But Class A makes sense. Class B doesn't make any sense. Like, he has so much screen time, this guy, so much storyline about Shinso. Why is he gonna join Class B, right? That would be such a if he joins Class B, I would be very disappointed, right? I'd be like, come on, man, like, that would be ridiculous. Anyway, what the scene talking about here? So it's kind of a weird thing. His powers is like, I can't copy her quirk, because it accumulates, it's like an anti-quirk, but I can copy the horn, so you can a little bit copy her powers, little strange, but I suppose that, but actually though, if you can accumulate powers, doesn't it still work? It just takes time. So they talked about if he copied Fat Gum, he wouldn't turn fat, because Fat has to store up fat, so he would take damage anyway. But if he copied Fat Gum, and started storing fat, and then he kept copying Fat Gum, like his next Fat Gum all the time, then wouldn't he be able to get that Fat Gum body though? So I think it should work as long as he keeps doing it. And that kind of feels like with Eri, that perhaps if he just kept being with Eri, like Miri's, yeah, like Miri Senpai, kept being her all the time, maybe. This water guy is like, I spent months planning this raid, man. I've been looking at the charts, I've been researching, analyzing what the heroes are. I've been planning this out, I have like tsunami water abilities, I can create like a massive tsunami, these amazing powers, and I've been spending so much time on this, and then it's like, what are you doing, man? It's still like 20 handbags. Like, this guy doesn't make any sense. He's kind of a comedic, like, stupid character. I mean, I don't know, man, but like Michael said, you just get a job instead. He could work those hours and make more money by just working instead of like planning this out for like months, right? So that's one thing. But he probably could have just have done, he probably could have used, how would I say it? Rob a bank or something, steal like a cruise ship or something. He could have done something more with his powers. I mean, he has like freaking water power, like Noel-chan, and I like how his weapons, they're kind of like a shower, right? So his weapon has, like, it's focusing the water torrent, right? So it gets more, it's higher pressure, right? So it kind of shoots out smaller water torrents. So it can even do some high damage to one, right? So this guy had probably one of the best quirks in the anime so far, and he's using it to steal handbags. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be a bad guy. I'm just saying that why is he a bad guy of the lowest quality of bad guys? I'm stealing handbags. You could have easily robbed a bank or something. He could have done something more with the powers. He can float cars or whatever, you know what I mean? He can take ships. yes. There's a good power, and he's like, I'm stealing handbags, and he got like a gang of people. I don't know, but this guy felt so stupid, man. He has like 5-6 minions with him to steal handbags. Okay, why does he even need the old people for? And how much money are they making then? Because if he hasn't paid them, they have to share the money, right? They're like 6 people or something. they're gonna split the cost of the handbags, the money they make. Man, this guy is the dumbest bad guy so far in the anime. It doesn't make any goddamn sense, man. It's gonna make so little money per person. It's like 5 months of work, 20 handbags, 6 people. That's like horrible. It's like 1 day of salary or something. This guy is, oh man. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, otherwise, for an episode 100, to be honest, it is a little bit of a intermission, kind of not much happening episode. Let's be honest here. I mean, I think the episode's fine, but it definitely feels like we're getting out of an arc. Talking a little bit of powers. Shinso, of course, is getting a pass, so that's cool. And Endower's getting all happy. That was cute. He's all smiling when his son is like, "Can you please train me?" That he's like, "Yeah, he loves me. I got my son back." He's all way too pleasured by this thing. But I don't know. I think it's true though that the episode, and I kind of felt it last week, right? Like I felt it last week, because it's very My Hero Academia, right? They're very kind of slow paced in the anime, right? In this kind of intermissions, right? So you're gonna have an arc, then you have the next arc that's 14. So now we have like, oh, let's discuss a little bit what happened, and then also not do much else, right? And I mean the last battle against the water guy, that was like a filler battle, right? So it's a little bit like that, and they do a lot of flashbacks unfortunately this season. They do a lot of that, like Shinso's fighting, Deku fighting, Arma training him again and so on, right? So you probably can cut away like 3-4 minutes of flashback just again. So it's a little weird how they are. They're always kind of milking out the time, I think, right, between arcs. I think it's very My Academia formulated. They always kind of milk out that time. Next week, like Christmas episode, that's probably better this episode, probably more comedic and so on, right? But it's a little bit like, okay, one arc, and then the middle part here is like, just do something. We do something with that, right? So it's a little lackluster, I feel, though. I don't know, but I definitely hoped for some kind of cliffhanger, right? Like in the end there, when it's all dark, I figured out that was probably gonna be a party course, but it's like, maybe cliffhanger, maybe something happened, maybe a bad guy introduced, right? Maybe something could kind of pop up, but like nothing really happened. Yeah, nothing really big happened. So that is a little weird for an episode 100. It has to be on the numbers has. But otherwise, if it's kind of typical of My Hero, unfortunately, you kind of like, yeah, nothing much happens. Man, it hurt me. Like, what's all flat oppas? All these girls are flat. I miss the watching. I miss the marrying her being like, Mineta, we're gonna watch a lot of AV stuff, and it's all flat. Okay, it's all flat. They have no oppas. It's just so flat. I'm gonna get you away from my curvy body. I don't know, but I really want to know what she's making him watch here, man. I really want to know, like, what's happening. What is Mineta watching? That's the question in the anime. There's a big question here. What is he watching? My guess again, then, is that she's forcing him to watch a lot of flat people. Flat, yeah. And he's like, oh no! And he wanna, takes his eyes away, and yeah, something like that. Right? But anyway, that is My Academia. Get up to 100 views or one. Later today, of course, we have a lot of animes, right? We have Vivi and Shadow House on Twitch later today. Of course, Nagatoro, freaking Best Girl, right? And Tokyo Revenge and so on. One Piece in the end. And I'm gonna play some more Guilty Gear on Twitch later tonight. It went pretty well yesterday, I felt. Yeah, I hadn't played for a few years, but I beat everyone with one guy. Easily too. So I don't know, it's kind of easy in the beginning that people can't really do shit, man. But anyway, see you guys and have a great day.